That about wraps it up for my 12 favorite moments of anime in 2016, but stick around as I'll soon be bringing you guys my personal top 10 favorite anime series of 2016. Ah, shit. First I'm late with the 12 days anime thing, and now this. But you know what? I can't let that get me down because it's a new year and a new slate, and you know what that means? It's time for some updates. But before that, let's quickly go over my favorite series of 2016 since I know some of you guys were pretty interested in knowing. TymeFalcon 24 was a pretty goofy but fun ride featuring plenty of creative mecha battles, time traveling fuckery, and a lovable trio of villains, so basically every TymeFalcon series ever made, but Tatsunoko somehow manages to make each entry in TymeFalcon feel fresh. Also, Bimajo is super hot and this bird can go fuck itself. To Be Hero was a great and vulgar comedy featuring the most unlikely of heroes that had a pretty unexpected and dramatic ending. Keijo was a fun ride that basically had me coming for tits and ass but staying for a hot-blooded sport filled with the most mind-blowing moves I've seen in anime. Just wish the pacing wasn't so fast from the start. But of course, not as mind-blowing as hearing Chris Sabat as motherfucking All Might in My Hero Academia, which I enjoyed both as an anime and manga a lot during 2016, as it combines superheroes and good old shonen action, which are two of my favorite things. The next two animes shared the same slot, as I couldn't decide which I liked more between Sweetness and Lightning and Poco's Udon World, as they were both very heartwarming series. While Poco might be a slightly better series as it had more story and fleshed out characters, whereas Sweetness was a bit repetitive in nature. However, Sumugi is the cutest fucking thing ever, and it came on at a good time for me personally, as it was also during the time when I started cooking for myself, so it served as a good inspiration. Konosuba was probably last year's biggest surprise, as I originally wrote it off as being another generic stuck in an RPG fantasy world type of series. However, it proved me wrong with its lovable group of dumbasses, as well as probably being one of the funniest series I saw last year. I mean, oh my god, that OVA episode. Flip Flappers was another surprise for me, as well from the trailers I knew I was going to like it, but nowhere near as much as I currently do. Similar to another favorite of mine, Space Dandy, it constantly keeps you on your toes with its many creative worlds our main characters explore, and the animation is absolutely stunning. Oh look, there's a shocker, JoJo's Diamond Unbreakable on the list of favorites from 2016. Mob Psycho 100 was a fun ride, and while it sadly didn't generate as much hype as its big bro One Punch Man, I do prefer Mob over it, as there's just a lot more the series offers, with Mob struggles to improve himself as a person, as well as his relationship with both his brother and mentor Reagan. However, my number one series of last year is without a doubt Space Patrol Luluco, and who would have thought a short series would make it as my number one, but really the quality of these short series have skyrocketed over the years. And like I said in my recommendation, Luluco is a love letter to both fans of Studio Trigger and series director Hiroyuki Imaishi, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And now it's time for the updates. A while back I asked you guys to vote for what I should do for my May special, and you guys voted for another Mecha May. For a while in the poll it was neck and neck between Masked May and Mecha May, however eventually Mecha May took over, so look forward to that. But to keep you guys waiting till then, there is of course Macho March, which is coming up soon, as well as my normal content. Now I have a lot of videos I want to make, ranging from recommendations, reviews, lists, and various other content. I always tell myself I can do 4 videos a week, but really that's just way too much of a strain on me, especially since YouTube is just a hobby. So hopefully I can manage with 3 videos a week. But going back to what I mentioned earlier about the lists, I have plenty of mini list plans, and definitely sometime this year I'll have something on my top 10 anime studio list. Still doing a bit more research on it, and I'm kinda worried YouTube BS might get in the way of making that list. Also expect a remaster of my top 15 iconic and influential mangaka list sometime soon, as it was a series of videos I really enjoyed making. However, I do feel there is a bit more room for improvement. While the overall ranking of the list will be the same, you could expect better quality audio and images, as well as a bit more facts. Finally, on this list of updates, I've been really wanting to do a podcast of my own as someone who really loves the Pizza Party podcast and the Weebcast. It just seems like something that's really fun to do. If I do make one, I'm not sure if I'm going to be exactly uploading it on my channel or on my good friends the Anime Heroes channel, who I've already done some podcasts with. However, having something more structured coming out weekly or bi-weekly I think would be pretty sweet. With that in mind, in the comment section down below, feel free to give us some questions or topics that we could talk about in the podcast. And with that, let's see where this new year takes this channel. Peace out.